Young in Love.
Yo, what's up, people? I welcome you guys to another episode of Young in Love. It's 2020, guys. If you're listening to me right now, it means you made it. I know some of you are just coming back from crossover night. How was it? Should people pray for Young in Love podcast? All right, so now we're going into the business of today for episode 5. I promised you guys, and I'm delivering.
Young in Love.
Okay, so for episode 5, we're going to be talking about something very important. And don't think this topic is just shallow and peripheral, because it's something that affects people for real. And for episode 5, we are going to be talking about guys who sponsor ladies in school. Do you think that a lady should get married to a man because he sponsored her education? I feel that this is a very important topic, because there are a lot of guys who think that, okay, they are going to do stuff for their ladies, and by the time the lady is done, she's going to get married to him, they're going to build a life, a home, and all that. And then when the lady is done, she's off. She's like, guy, I can't do this anymore. And then I actually know of a guy who sponsored a lady's education, and by the time the girl graduated, he changed his mind. He was like, babe, I know, we talked about getting married and all that, but I'm no longer in love with you. So we're going to be, answering that question. Do you think a lady should get married to a man because he sponsored her education? With me, I have very interesting young people who are going to be answering this question. Here we have Amanda. Amanda, say hi.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. And yeah.
You're welcome, Amanda. Tell us what
Thank
you do.
so much. Okay, I'm an on-air personality with the B99.9 FM Port Harcourt.
Thank you so much for making our time to be here. Benga, say hi.
Yeah, hello people. Hello. So
Hello,
nice to be
Benga.
around.
Benga, tell us what you do.
Well, I'm a news anchor with the Beat and Classic FM right here in Port Harcourt.
Big boy something. you know, on the last episode, my listeners loved you a lot, especially because of your voice.
Oh, thanks.
The ladies were trippy, like, who is that Benga? Can I meet him?
I'd love
Like,
to see
I don't know. Okay, so now let's delve into the business for today. Benga,
Okay.
I'm going to be starting from you.
Yeah, bring it
I
on.
want you to tell me something. What do you think the motivation is for men who sponsor ladies' education?
Well, basically, for a man to say that I'm going to sponsor your education, that means there's some sort of love there. That means you mean well for that person. You don't just want her just for a buddy, but you want her to be someone in life.
Okay.
All right, and that's, to me, it's true love. It's
love.
rare, because most of the time you just want to, once you guys have done the do in the other room, and that's the end. But the fact that the man now wants to take it a step further, not saying let's get married, but I want you to be something in life. That's a plus for me.
So are you trying to say that that's what the guys are always saying when they're trying to sponsor your education? They're just trying to tell you, oh, I want you to be something better in life?
I don't believe in when you tell a lady that I love you. I believe in showing it. So the fact that you show it by saying that, okay, you go to school, all right, and I pay, the tuition and other things that involves you going to school, which is not cheap. Okay, and the man uses his hard-earned money to sponsor you through these things. Most of the time, some ladies just see it as ordinary, but really it's not ordinary. Because
Okay, so sorry to cut you short,
Yeah, okay.
Benga, are you that kind of man? Would you sponsor a lady, your girlfriend, your babe, your chick?
yeah, notwithstanding the fact that I've been betrayed a couple of times, but I would love to. Maybe I've not seen that person yet, but I think I would love to. All right, because yes, it's the
Benga,
truth.
you don't strike me as someone who would do that.
I'm telling you the truth. I said I haven't seen that kind of person
Okay.
yet. But
Okay.
due to the fact that I've been betrayed a couple of times, all right, but I would love to.
Due
It's
to that
not-
fact, you want to be a little more careful. Like
Yeah, exactly. I'd love to be a little more careful. But with what you said, if you guys now say, okay, let me now get married to that person, I think it would now just be where loyalty comes in here.
Okay.
This is a man who did this for you, did XYZ for you in this regard. If he had not done it, you would have still been maybe an illiterate or a YA graduate who would not be employed by anybody. All right, but now that you're now a lawyer, you're now an engineer, and this is now the time for this man to now reap, and you now say that, oh, sorry, the love have disappeared, it has expired. Who does that? Like, really?
Okay.
Wow.
Amanda, why do you think some guys do that? I mean, sponsor ladies in school.
First of all, why would anybody do that in the first place?
Tell me.
Why would you go out of your way to sponsor a girl who's already got parents?
Tell me.
Why would you go out of your way to sponsor a lady who...
Love now. Amanda, love.
Excuse me. Love is kind. Love is free. If you love someone, there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, you know what? I love you. I care about you. I'm going to do what I can to support you because I love you.
Okay, but not shouldering the whole thing.
Do not inconvenience yourself. Do not go out of your way to do the whole world. Having it at the back of your mind that I am going to marry this girl in the
like
end.
a trophy wife.
That is a no. You don't do that. That's absolutely wrong, darling.
Wow.
If you're going to love someone and be there for them, do it from your heart.
Okay.
Do it because you're kind. Do it because, you just want to show love. But don't do it because at the end of the day, you are going to marry this person. Look, we're humans. Things change. Feelings change. This person might be into you in the beginning and then later on see that you're not in their class. They're out of your league. They don't want to be with you anymore. It's happened to me a couple of times. I've been with someone before and I thought they were this. I wanted to be with them. And then, as we progress in the relationship, things change. I began to see that I'm not sure I want to be with this person anymore. I'm not sure I want to do this anymore. So if I make them spend their whole... I'm not that sort of girl anyways. I wouldn't totally depend on the guy to do everything for me. No. I am not yours. I'm not your property.
Okay.
So if you want to, okay, you can assist me, but I'll do the best I can to assist myself. So whatever it is you're doing for me is an assistance. You're not doing it because you want to, have me to yourself so that I'm trapped. I'm in your prison. So that tomorrow you tell me that, yes, I did all this and that and that and that for
you.
you.
So you have to marry me.
For my reward. You must marry me. Hell no. That's a no, darling.
Hell no.
Do it. If you want to assist a girl, that's fine. But do not inconvenience yourself. Don't do anything that you would get hurt at the end of the day if things don't work out your way in that relationship. Wow. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's true. If you want to go ahead and do it and become a destiny helper, that's your problem. I'm telling you, man. But do not expect anyone to if a girl does not want to marry a guy who has done everything for her, leave her alone. It's not by force.
It's not marriage.
It is not by force.
Okay, so Gbenga, I can see you're actually itching to say something.
Yeah,
all right.
A whole lot. What is loyalty for you, Amanda?
What's loyalty?
Yeah, what is loyalty?
Loyalty is actually, according some sort of, how do I put it now? Do I say respect or devotion? Do you understand? When
loyalty. Loyalty is all about everything when it comes to love. All right, because I wouldn't want to use the word trophy, like a trophy wife. All right, because the fact that you don't see just for who she is, but you want her to be something. With this kind of explanation, some men might just want to change their mind that, hey, I wouldn't even do this.
Don't do it. I'm saying don't even do it.
At the end of the day...
Are you my father? Don't do it.
If let's say the parents don't have the wherewithal to do it. The uncles, she tries to call the uncle and saying wrong
Do it
number.
at your own risk.
All right?
If it doesn't work out in the end, I'm sorry. Take the story the way it goes.
Would you not say because, okay, I don't want to inconvenience my... Love is all about inconveniencing yourself to please someone.
Honey, that is not true. I don't agree with you at all.
Okay.
Trust me. You have to love yourself first. You come first in love. If it's not convenient for you to do it, don't do it. Do what you can do.
Okay.
It's human nature to change. It's human nature to be selfish. It's human nature to forget. Sometimes people go out of love, they forget all the things you've done for them. And they don't want you anymore. Are you going to kill that person?
Is that a good thing?
That's why I blame it. Don't do it. Guys, stop doing it.
So, Amanda.
Don't do it.
Amanda, thank you. Thank you so much. I like the fact that you're taking a very different, perspective. I love the energy Amanda is bringing to this. It's very difficult to see a lady who would have a different opinion. But to see Amanda take a very strong position on this is very impressive. Now, Gbenga, I understand the point you're coming from. And sometimes I can be that lover girl. Love is sacrifice. When you love somebody, you want to do stuff for them. You want to, go all out for them. But at the same time, I kind of think that Amanda has a point. People fall in love and people grow out of love. So it's not a smart decision to sponsor a lady's education with the hope that when you're done, this lady would marry you. In my opinion, then that's no longer love.
Okay, but what if before the man sponsors the education and now says, okay, let's get married then. Let's do some trad.
Now, in that case,
is it a bad idea?
I think the man is trying to secure the bag for himself.
No, is it a bad idea?
I think it's selfish.
It's selfish
because
now.
He's scared. What if I'm done with this lady and then she doesn't marry me? I think it's a selfish thing.
Very selfish.
What advice, Benga, what advice do you have for men out there?
Keep being good. Do it in a way that she might mess up, okay? She might mess up at the end of the day. Like what she said, people change.
Like what Amanda said.
Yeah, people change, all right? But just do it out of love. So that if she changes and she says, oh, I'm sorry, I can't marry you again. Before I go to school, you had 6-pack. Now I'm done, you have a pot belly. I'm sorry, I don't do pot bellies. I only love 6-packs. She's found maybe one half caste who just came into Nigeria and blah, 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 blah. And she went with him. Karma is obvious, you know. And I so much respect karma.
Benga, you're looking at it from one side.
No, I choose to.
There's this guy, and this is a real story.
What Amanda said, I felt really, really troubled within me because it to me now feels like it's now risky to help out.
It
someone.
is risky.
Honey, that's
It
the
is
truth of
risky,
the matter.
but
It's
fine. It is
risky.
fine. It is
Don't
fine.
do it.
But
There's
like
nothing
I
you're gonna
said,
say here.
but like I said, it's best to just do your thing. If she changes, okay, fine.
Okay.
But the thing is, what will happen in future?
Benga,
thunder is real.
this is one-sided.
This is so
Benga,
one-
this
I'm
is
surprised you're saying
one-sided.
this in
There's a
this day and age,
man in
Like,
Lagos.
seriously?
There's a man in Lagos who sponsored this girl through university.
Okay.
The girl's heart went in for him.
Okay.
Such that after she graduated, she was willing to get married. The man disappointed. He said, I know I spent all of this money on you. I did everything for you. And I understand you want to get married to me, but I'm sorry, babe. I cannot get married to you. So it's not just about the lady, because when we talk about things like this, we are prone to thinking it's the ladies who are always, at fault and stuff like that. But sometimes even the men fall out of love. So I think, in my opinion, don't do it. If you want to do it, if you want to be a destiny helper, if you want to be generous, charitable, do it with no expectations, because when you attach those expectations, you will get hurt at the end.
Thank you. You said everything I was going to say. Trust me.
Now
your reward is in heaven.
Your
if you want to
reward-
help out, don't
your
carry
reward-
the burden.
your reward is in heaven,
heaven.
Shirley.
Trust me. I said from the get-go, do not inconvenience yourself for anyone. I'm telling you, do whatever it is you can within your capacity. If you know that right now I can't go out of my way to do this and that because I don't have all it takes.
The
It might
wherewithal.
be exactly. It might be strenuous on me and everything like that. Don't do it. Do whatever it is that you can do, so that at the end of the day, if things don't go your way, you're not that hurt. You can let it go.
So, Benga, thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
making
much,
our
man.
time.
Thank
I
you
know
so
you
much.
have to go.
Yeah.
Our listeners love you. So say something for them. It's a new year. Wish them something
Yeah,
good.
it's 2020. All the lessons learned in 2019. Make sure that 2020 works for you. Don't bring, let me use the word, the momo, from 2019 to 2020.
Thank you.
Let 2020 work for you. That's what's
That's
up.
word.
All right. Thank you, Benga. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Young in love.
Now, Amanda,
Yes.
we're just alone.
Yes, we're still together.
Yes, so we can actually have a conversation
Yes, definitely.
about a real life situation. And I say this on a very sad note. We are going to be playing that audio from the younger brother to a victim of what we are discussing.
This matter is a very, very strong matter, and I want to discuss it from two perspectives. Should a lady marry a man because he sponsored her education? This question is not completely correct, and so I want to add, should a lady marry a man that had been dating her before she went to school and sponsored her education? That's the perspective I'm going to take it from. Then I'm also going to answer this question also. Now let's talk about a lady that is dating a guy before she went to school, and now the guy had trained her through school, and she eventually comes out to say, I'm no longer interested. Turned around, they do press up for Ejebode. Now I'm going to use my brother's story as a case study. My brother had a girlfriend. She just finished secondary school then. She was pretty young, good, homely, God-fearing, and we guys now, when you see girl when he head the ground, we feel say this one, if you not secure am now, if he enter school, if you just go rogue. So my brother felt he can be able to hold this one, at least as she's growing and they are growing together, they would be able to understand each other better. But after secondary school, our family had challenge with finance, so they were unable to send her to the university. And my brother was working there. He had a good job. He was already in Abraka, Delta State University, as a part-timer. And so he felt, I like this girl now, and I have the money. Why not I sponsor her education? And so he bought JAMB form for her, told her to fill Delta State University, did all the clearance and everything for her, of which she eventually gained admission. Not just only that one, went over to Abraka, rented an apartment for her, paid for it, furnished the apartment, even some of the things when he not even get to house, just to make sure that she's comfortable at least, so that she will not look out, because he wanted the best for her. Good. And so she started off school year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. It is normal for people to have crisis in their relationship, and so there's crisis started rocking it. It takes grace, we guys will talk through. It takes grace and takes a high level of self-control for a guy that doesn't have the ability to keep himself, to stay and keep a long distance relationship, mostly when you don't have the ability to keep yourself. And so with that now, my brother started engaging in some form of activities. We know, man, no use my mouth to talk. Now, the lady herself, who is now in school, Confess her eye don't open. She don't see life more. She is now experienced and the rest. She also started having boyfriends around. She started sleeping around. And unknown to her, being a father, my brother is a student. Despite the fact that he was on part-time, he had friends around that knew that they were dating. And so he had actually said, okay, put an eye on this babe, and my baby that. So at anything will happen, Mona, just call me at least. And the guys were giving him reports, of which the reports were not palatable. The reports were actually very, very bad. Very bad reports as to her character. And the annoying thing is that even house, when he rents for her, the girl, they carry guys, they come the house to come and run matter. And so the thing was really becoming annoying. And in fact, because things were a little bit challenging for my brother, he had to stop his own education so as to have enough to take care of her. And so he stopped halfway. He didn't even complete it. I like girls that are bookworm and they love education. Same thing with my brother. He likes girls that are bookworm and they love education. And so he felt, even if I don't go, at least make the girl me want marry go. So that if she's outside talking, I'll be proud to say that's my babe or that's my wife. It was painful to him to see that this girl that I'm doing everything for is messing around. So he went over to the school, confronted her. It led to a serious argument between the both of them that led to some form of abuse. My brother's part. That's why I not support him. Okay? Now, he went back later to apologize and told her that he's sorry because he was just so angry and the rest of it, of which she said she was going to change. But she didn't change. And because she didn't change, the confrontation happened again. And when the confrontation happened again, definitely led to another abuse. And so on that, Pikin won't cry before. If you use and stay nakam, you go just open mouth cry. She took that as an opportunity to call it off. This one, she was already done with her finals. My brother thought it was a joke anyway. Thought, what is it? Now you don't finish school when we won't plan how we say settle down for life. Now you call the column off. And so he just felt it was a joke that she was going to come around. Okay? Now she eventually traveled back home and my brother went over to her to see her and to see her family at least. Mona know me say, see you before. Una just know me as her boyfriend, but now I want to do the right thing. And the parents were also in support of her, saying no. All the while that this guy has been spending all the money training her, the parents were there observing and seeing everything, and now they said no, that they will not give her to him and stuff like that. And she also was insisting that she doesn't want it. Outside my brother's case, I've actually had a lady that eventually told the guy, okay, how much did you spend? Come, my new boyfriend or my husband to be wants to pay you, which is a slap to the guy's face. And so her action and the rest of it was really, really appalling, that eventually led to a series serious confrontation between my brother and her family, and it led to a police case, of which my brother was eventually taken off by the police, and after some time was released because they know it was lovers' fight. Now, coming from that perspective, both of us we dey date before. You be my babe, and I know say things hard for you, and so I can't say out of my side now make I train you for school, because I don dey vex, so make I put you for school. Then after everything time when me and you suppose settle down, now you come say you no want again. Waiting now, that will not be witchcraft. Not be only person wey dey fly for night now be witch. At least if you knew you weren't going to settle down with me, why not just come out to say, see, I can't. So at least long before, maybe by year 2 or year 3, when you feel say your eye don't clear, or you are now betterly exposed and you can't marry, I can say that you're no longer interested. Why do you have to wait till I take you through into year 4, even give you money for clearance before you eventually come out to say you are no longer interested? At least, even if you felt that I had bad characters, you saw the bad characters before and you were comfortable with it. Why is it now that you're no longer comfortable with it? It is not good. It is not fair. And so on that part, I am not in support of it, that a lady should not marry a guy that sponsored her through education. Now, on the second aspect in which I'm coming from, the guy is not making his intention, no. He just saw the girl and liked the girl and said, okay, let me take her through school. At least something that I thank God presently that ladies now do is that when a guy doesn't say anything, he has not spoken up, they have stopped assuming. That was a problem that a whole lot of ladies had then. You see a guy just being nice to you and you start making assumptions, and in the long run you get your heart broken. Not the guy breaking your heart, you got your heart broken. And so on such kind of a situation in which the guy never spoke up to tell you his intention, and so he was just doing it, the lady can actually say, okay, this guy just likes me as a friend and he's sponsoring my education. And so if she finishes and the guy comes up to say, okay, I was actually investing in you, so it wasn't like sponsoring per se, it was investment, and so now that my investment has yielded results, come and give me some of these results in respect to marriage. There and there, the lady can actually say, no, I'm not interested in you, I was never emotionally attached to you, I just liked you as a friend, and you never for once made your intention known. I know some guys go say you know they see green lights, sometimes the green lights they look like purple, and so the ladies may not understand. So guys out there, you like a lady, you're sponsoring a lady, say your mind. Say your mind, like the artist that say if you love somebody, walk up to her and tell her that you like her. She's not interested in you, she'll tell you. If you still want to continue in training her, fine. But if you don't want to train her because she's no longer interested in you, let her go. I believe that at least if she has started year 1, God will provide for her to continue till the end. So on that ground, I support the lady not wanting to marry the guy. But if they are dating already before he started sponsoring her, and she comes up to say she's no longer interested, please, I'm not in support of that. You go marry am, the work when you start, you go finish am.
Okay, so Amanda, you listened to that recording. I think it's a very sad one.
Very, very.
Because from what we listened to, the brother got arrested. And those are things they call, is it love crime? Stuff like that. He went and he was very confrontational with the girl's family, because I feel he would have been really heartbroken. This is somebody who spent everything to train a lady in school. And now he's without love, without a job.
He lost out.
He lost out completely. Yeah. In fact, that's one of the reasons he was unable to make it here. I wanted him to be on the podcast to share his experience with us, but he's so devastated. And that's why his younger brother is the one, sharing that experience with us. What do you think about that?
First and foremost, it's a very sad situation. I sympathize with the guy, because of what he has gone through. Mm-hmm. No one should go through a thing like that. But then again, I would say I blame him partly because in the beginning, there was a mistake. And the mistake was that he decided to take up the responsibility, expecting he had a plan.
Yeah.
In his mind, he had his plan and figured out everything. But sometimes what we plan and figure out might not just
doesn't always work that way.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a mistake that people make that they shouldn't make.
All right.
Don't ever go into a relationship with the mindset that the reward for your good towards the other person would be marriage.
Okay.
Because more often than not, it doesn't work out that way. A person who's no longer in love with you doesn't give a damn how you feel at that point in time. That's why they go, what did you spend? Let me pay you off.
Let me pay you
What
back.
did you do? So that's what happened. So please do not go into a relationship with that mindset. If you want to help someone, do it from your heart. Do it because you love them. Whatever comes out of it, be able to deal with whatever the situation may turn out to be eventually.
Yes.
There's no guarantee.
There are no guarantees.
No
at
guarantee
all.
that you'll work out that way for
Thank you.
That's the way I see
Thank you.
it.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Amanda. Thank you. You know, I'm really excited that things didn't, turn out the way I expected, because I was thinking Benga will take a particular position and you as the lady will take a particular position. I'm very glad that ladies, in this time and age, are challenging that stereotype that marriage has to be some sort of reward for what a guy does for you. I'm really glad that that stereotype is being challenged. Now, I'm going to say this to the gentlemen out there. Believe in love, okay? Do what it is that your heart tells you to do because you love a lady. But you see what I'm going to say? Avoid expectations. Those things are, in my opinion, expectations are the leading cause of disappointment.
True.
When you expect, an expectation can be anything. It could be, okay, I'm doing this for the girl and so she's going to sleep with me. I'm doing this for the girl and so she's going to get married to me. I'm doing this for the girl. Whatever form of expectation, avoid it. If you want to be charitable, like I said before, if you want to be generous, feel free. Okay, do what it is you want to do because you love this girl. But you need to be prepared for anything, because you see, in life, there are no guarantees. She can grow out of love with you. And even you could grow out of love with her. Like the gentleman in Lagos, he sponsored her education. And by the time this girl was willing, she was willing to get married to him. She was all in for him. Guess what? He said, I'm no longer in love with you. Just take this as my contribution in your life. You understand? So you might feel that, oh, she had nothing to lose. After all, she was the one benefiting in it. That's not true. Except you're denying the fact that there are things like emotional, heartbreaks and disappointments. That girl felt what she felt. It might not be, after all, she's gotten her education from the man and all that, but she felt something. So don't have expectations. As a lady, this is what I'm going to say. When you see that a man is going all out for you, there's nothing wrong in asking him, what are your plans? Do you have expectations? Are you doing this for me because in the end you want me to get married to you? Or are you just sowing a seed in my life? I feel ladies should start being bold enough to ask these men. Don't be scared that, if I ask him, he's going to stop. And you need to ask him so that in the end, you're not in a situation like this guy's, elder brother. And you can avoid some of these dramas. He got arrested. He got arrested.
Look at that. Could have been avoided.
This is a love crime. This is something that could have been avoided.
Exactly.
So these are real issues, people, and you need to have that conversation from the beginning. If he's spending all that money on you, my sister, please don't just relax.
And lead him
Ask
on.
him. Don't lead him on. Ask him, why are you doing this? And if he says, because I want to get married to you in the end, assess him. Is this somebody I can marry? And no matter the level of assessment you make on him, you cannot be sure that in the next 5, 6, 7 years, he will still be the same. Humans undergo changes. So in that 5 years time, he might have changed and then you're no longer in love, which is why in the first place, don't do it because you expect anything. Be good, be kind, and we're going to avoid dramas by being, all of that and having open conversations as well.
Word.
So thanks guys for listening to this episode. I'm really thankful to all of you who are listening from all over. Like in my analytics, I saw listeners from Nigeria, from the United States, from UK, from Germany, from India, from Latvia, from all of these countries. I can't even remember all of them. I'm really thankful that you guys are listening and I will never disappoint you. Now, what I want you to do is subscribe. Guys, I need you to subscribe to this podcast. It's available on Apple Podcast, on Google Podcast, on Spotify. It's on Anchor, it's on Radio Public, it's on Overcast, it's on Pocket Cast. Whatever your preferred listening platform is, Young in Love is available. So head there, catch up on all the episodes, enjoy yourself, subscribe, and go to IG and drop your comments. We are on Instagram, we are also on Facebook. So till when next we meet, bye and be good.
Young in Love.